Hi, I'm Luke, or Remph, depending on where you're finding me. I used to call what I do selfish, creating things and taking joy out of making other people smile because it made me feel good. And one day someone reminded me that that's not selfishness, it's reciprocity. It's like gardening. You feed the soil, you work to make it better, and over time the garden gives back to you and you give back to the garden and things grow. And for the last year and a half, 2 years, I've been trying to live that idea a little bit more, which probably sounds a bit strange because it's not really been gardening, it's been writing, it's been working with other people to make new stories or craft things in better ways. So what is the point in me being here? Over the last 2 years, I've got to work with authors, directors, creators, makers of all different sorts on projects of my own and talking to them about theirs, as well as doing some stuff with developers and techie people. And it's kind of just been a continuation of what I've done all my life, which is trying to make things better for people. Initially, that was nursery work, and then it was working in tech doing QA, quality assurance, and making sites work nicely. And while I was doing that, I started doing internal work to work with DEI streams and to work with the fields that I wanted to see more representation for, whether they were ones I personally belonged to or whether they were ones that I just needed a different voice to help them. And by different voice, I mean one that was listened to, because I'm thankful for the things I do have that mean people have listened to me. So yeah, over the last 2 years, I've got to do some really fun projects, and only a bit of it's appeared online, and a lot of it's been my own personal work. I have always worked best when I'm creative and when I get to help other people feel better. So while I worked in tech making things better, I would work at the same time teaching and preaching creativity to people and helping them find out that even if you're a dev, you're creative. And that's something I carried through into other work, trying to help people raise voices. One of my big goals is to give a peek behind the curtain to show that basically anyone can do this. I'm not here to say, authors, this is how you should work, or readers, this is what you should be thinking about. I'm here to give ideas, to talk about what I've been doing, and to encourage creativity and engagement and others to grow and flourish. My plan is to share the things that have inspired me, from everything from like board games through to Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and up above me we've got Akira and other games and models made by lots of amazing creators. I want to talk about artists and the things that they do that inspire me, and hopefully help you find things you haven't seen before. I want to talk about amazing projects that might not have seen the light of day were it not for fans and audiences coming together to support their creators, because seeing people celebrate their own loves and to help people find the success that they thought they'd lost is another important thing. I want to talk about the wacky and the wonderful, from stuff that we do know, like books that are ostensibly for Dungeons and Dragons, but also give more realism to our writing, through to the really wacky and wonderful, from creators that I can't even get the right way around for the book, through to creators whose entire project life cycle, everything they've done, has been just wonderfully weird. I want to share those sort of things. I want to look back into the past at formative years of my own life, things that I hope other people never have to live through personally, experiences that might be gone now but tell us more about the future. One of the other things that I didn't mention, video games. It's kind of hard to show nowadays because most of them are just on Steam, but like, I am a long-term gamer. It was what I wanted to be before any of my other careers, really. It's what I studied for. And even now, they bring new meaning to my life, whether I'm playing them, designing them, or just watching other people enjoy them, because it's nice to chill and see people succeed at games that I just entirely do not at. I'll talk about non-traditional suits of armor. if you ever see me out and about, you're likely to catch me wearing something like this. Because when you need confidence, a costume becomes your suit of armour. It becomes something entirely different. In fact, you might not even see me, because if you give me enough time, I'm probably going to make a mask that I can hide behind. Given all that, I'll probably also talk about the things that I work on, like my own projects. I spent the better part of the last 2 years writing an entire series about an ugly duckling finding his place, but for adults. And the amount that I learned personally from doing that was incredible. I had friends telling me that it was much closer to me than I thought it was, because I didn't mean to write a self-insert, and I'm definitely not a muddy dwarf. I have cracked under pressure a few times. It has made me come back stronger. But the similarities were there. And in writing that book and building the little community that I have already built, finding other authors, other creators out there who have similar voices or their own stories to tell, but have had lives that intersect with my own, I found that speaking up, having that voice that I can share and sharing it more loudly is important. Where I grew up with fantasy that was big sword swinging action and didn't always represent who I was very well, I've now met people who are writing fantasy novels that share their voice, their history, and our history. We have so much more coming out now that I want to shine a spotlight on. I want to show why it inspires me and hopefully how it can inspire you. That's the dream. That's what I'm going to be working towards. I'm going to be feeling this out as I go, experimenting with different ideas and things. So I also want people's feedback. I want to know what people enjoy. I'm not here to be another author tuber. I'm not here to be a book reviewer, because I write myself. So while I will talk about what inspires me, I don't want to yuck people's yum. I think there is so much magic out there in books I just don't understand. Some of the most popular books that I've heard of recently, I've bounced off of, and some of the ones that people are absolutely loving now, I loved years ago, because there is still that emo kid in me who just has to be that little bit, I listen to this first. But we grow. I'm slowly growing out of that, maybe in another 10 years. That's me. That's my aims. That's what I want to do here. Hopefully you'll follow along, and I'll find a better way of sharing all this that's a little bit less waffle. But R3NF stands for something, and that's the random ramblings of the three named fool. It's not a new name. I've had it for 20 years, and rambling is definitely in my wheelhouse. So maybe we'll go on a bimble together, and you'll find something that inspires you, and in turn, you'll keep on inspiring me. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you.